This is Damon Stevens of Wealth Builders. Today is Thursday, December 30th, 2021. We have one more day in this year after today for trading, and then we are done. And then we're into a new year. And boy, did anybody see all the EV stocks, all electric car stocks today? Boy, were they on a rampage. Thank you, China. But let's get into it and take a look and see what's going on in the market today. Pretty interesting day, even though we were flat. So looking at the overall market, you can see here the Dow Jones closed down 0.25%, NASDAQ down 1.6%, and S&P 500 down 0.30%. And what was interesting about today is, we were pretty much up most of the day or to flat. You can see with the Dow Jones, NASDAQ was up, S&P 500 was flat, and then in the day, they all sold off right at the end of the day. Pretty good. So I was like, wow, what the heck's going on and where's it going to stop? So they stopped us at good support levels, right on the dot, pretty much, especially the NASDAQ. We'll talk about that when we get to charts. But is this just kind of was this just taking some profits or what? But, our rally hasn't been as exciting as we thought it was going to be. We did make a new high early on during the Christmas week, but since then we're not. We're pretty much flat. So I don't know how we're going to end up this year. We have one day left. Based on what the market was showing us at the end of the day, it looks like we could end the year down a little bit from the highs. So we'll see what happens. Does it bounce up and recover real quick and explode into the end of the year and then into the first part of next year, or are they done? And this is a nice time to take profits and lock in some of your earnings or some of your losses as well. So we'll take a look at that and see what happens after tomorrow. But very interesting day and close of the day. Kind of threw me off a little bit from what I expected to happen, which is usually how the market works. But looking at our heat map, you see things were down or ended down today. You see weakness across the board. Facebook was pretty much up a little bit. Disney was up a little bit. But other than that, pretty much not a whole lot of action, and not a whole lot of action on the scanner either. We didn't trade anything on the scanner today. But we did get some multi-day trades on here. So ISIG just continues to just give us something every day, which I don't know if it's going to do it again. We are on an expanding wedge. That's going to be difficult for it to run up again. But you can see here, this was our first day, 23, back on 18, back up to 29, back to 21, back up to 32 today. It's just incredible. And then we're back down the bottom of the trend line at 25. So you can see here, the top trend line is held every day for 3 days in a row. The bottom is holding as well. Do we rally up again? This is a wider swing to get back up to the top again. But ISIG continues, and really you wanted to catch today, before pre-market. That's when I actually caught the trade, is pre-market. I didn't get anything really afterwards, because if you see here, about 5 o'clock in the morning, Mountain Standard Time, where I'm at, that's when things kind of took off on ISIG. Where yesterday it was just like right at the beginning of the market, but it started to creep up pre-market. So you can see pre-market, we talked about this in a few videos back that I've been seeing that moves in pre-market area, in the small caps too. So just interesting to see. Definitely something to watch for. This could be like a little bit of a short-term trend change as far as how the market's working. So if you want to take advantage of those, that means you do have to get in pre-market or post-market on some things as well. But right now, post-market's been pretty dead. Anyway, that's the trade. I won't go more into it, but just wanted to show you that, this one's been a really good, multi-day trade, which it doesn't happen very often. So do we finish out the rally? Up or down or flat? Tomorrow will determine where we're at. If we close out where we're at now, we can still close up, nice positive area. If we do not, hopefully we don't become a statistic, of the exceptions. But we'll see what tomorrow brings on this rally. AVGO Mag, we talked about this, is kind of consolidating flat here. It's just barely, it's just right on the moving average of 5. So hopefully we can bounce off here. If not, if it drops down tomorrow, then, you know, the 10 is where we're coming down to. So don't look for a new high. I would not, at least right now. I think we might have hit the top. It's hard to say, but I think we might have hit the top, and maybe time to take some profits here and you know, off this big run we had. So just watching AVGO for possible pullback, possible short opportunity for on a daily, you know, day trade. Neo, here's Neo. Boy, look at this thing. EV stocks were great. I only put one on here, Neo, which we talked about in last night's video, to watch for a bounce. And that's exactly what it did today. Just bounced right up. As soon as it got off the 200, it was the time to get in and ride this thing. And it just climbed all day long. So amazing. Baba was another one that, you know, with China, with their news, as far as all the things they're doing, all the press releases they had, boy, it just really helped all the Chinese stocks and EV stocks just kind of start climbing up here. So Baba, same pattern. You see the same pattern here. And then PENN also with gaming. So you can see here the PENN, same thing. So interesting patterns today. I mean, definitely, I could find probably 12 charts that all looked identical today. So definitely, there was a lot of stocks trading like together in likeness together today. So hopefully you're able to grab some of those. And we talked about a couple of them in the video this week. So hopefully you grab those and you're able to profit from those. Tesla, I talked about this hitting on the top trend line. We've been trending down. And then if we didn't break through this, we're going to start pulling back. And you can see here, we're starting to pull back a little bit here. So we're still above, most of the moving average is still above the 20, but the 5's curling down here. So we'll see if Tesla pulls back down. It could pull back down this channel as it's been doing, but showing some weakness in it, especially at the end of the day. It pulled back with the SPY and the triple Qs. Amazon still showing weakness as well. This may come down to 200. We talked about this. This is in the channel. It's been hit resistance. It's right on this line here. I think the 200 could be a possibility for tomorrow. Hopefully, if we can hold there, we can possibly bounce. It's been consolidating down there towards that 200 for a while now. Disney's still trying. It broke out, actually broke up just above our resistance line. So that's good. So we'll see if we can get up there. We have resistance again at 157 and then 163.90. So we'll see if we can get up here. But we talked about in the video, we're trying to get past this W here, this line, this double bottom. And it looks like we did it today. So hopefully we can rally from here. Netflix, flat, consolidating between the 20 and the 10 and 5. Shopify, try to bounce up here, get above here, above the 20, and then it pulled back and failed. It's still between the 20 and the 200, so looking for some direction on Shopify. Nvidia pulled back. We're hoping it was going to rally up and start following up this trend line here. It fell down, so this could be coming down here south. Looking, you know, if it breaks 290. More likely we're going to come down to the 50. So watching for breakdown tomorrow. Aligned rallied up, tried to get above this current candle and failed and came back about halfway. So it's traced up that candle about halfway. We have this other breakdown candle right here. It's probably, it was resistance for it. So right here, so we've climbed back up here. So we got to just get break through this 666 level. And then we have resistance at this 683 level, and then hopefully we can continue to rally up here. But, you know, you can see here, we're still in this channel, you know, this wedge. So we could come up top the wedge, come down again, and so forth until we actually get ready to break out. So just something to be aware of. Facebook, been downward trending, but, you know, upward momentum and above all the moving averages, but we were pretty well flat today. So looking to see if we can get a breakout over that trend line. ARC had an update today. So pulled up here, tagged the 20 and pulled back. So right now it's in between the 20 and the 10. So we'll see if we can get a breakout here, but otherwise you're just consolidating. AVAX flat today under all the moving averages. Moderna pulled up a little bit today. So this was a nice short trade. A BNTX was a better trade. But we've been waiting for these. These are hitting the bottom, and these have been kind of going through this descending triangle, this triangle right here. So, or wedge, whatever you want to call it. But so we'll see if we continue to consolidate, but we're bounced off the bottom. So that means we can, see possibly a move all the way back up here to, around 300. Where in a Novavax is just kind of turning flat, in a channel. This is a wedge. BNTX is in a wedge as well. And we hit the bottom right here as we had down here and bounced off that. So that's good. So we may rally back up here, tag this or break through around 340 area, come back down, back and forth. We continue going back and forth. You can see our trend lines have been holding and positive. So, so at least we know what our range of trading is on these, which is great information to have. Bonds kind of flat today. Oil was flat. Dollars in our channels flat. The VIX was flat. SPY was flat until the end of the day, and then it sold off, started selling off. Still, just breakdown candle. If we have a sell-off tomorrow, I could see us at least tagging this 5, if not coming down here to 472, 473 area. So just be aware of that for SPY. If we're going to close negative, it's probably the bottom of this candle or somewhere around the bottom or middle of the candle. Triple Q, same thing. We were up and looking really good, and then we just sold off at the end of the day and came back down. We're above all the moving averages, so we could bounce off of here, but and it's closed right at 400, like right on 400. If it was 399, I'd say we're definitely coming down. 400 is a little bit of a teaser, so either we're going to break down below 400 tomorrow, or 400 will hold, and we'll see it in the morning in the pre-market that we're above the 400, and hopefully can rally back off of this. But the SPY pulled down. Triple Q's pull down, IWM semiconductors pulled down. I don't like to see that. That's showing that weakness typically tells you the market's probably going to come down tomorrow because they kind of all ride together most of the time. So so we'll see. We'll see. It could be a fake out, and we could just rally up to all new highs and have an exploded end of year. But I don't think so. Not with the volumes I'm seeing. If the volumes stay the way they are today, we're going to probably just close flat to down for the end of the year. Dow Jones down, pulled down at the end of the day. So we got above resistance and we're looking really good for new highs, and then boom, pull down. So we did not close on new highs today. IWM flat, didn't help us at all. Financials trying to break this trend line again, third time, and failed again. So we could possibly trace back down this channel here, down this wedge, if we can't break out of that resistance area. Bitcoin, same thing. It's tracing down, got this wedge right here, or triangle, and you can see here we're right on the base here. So we bounced off support. It's getting really tight here. There's got to be some action on Bitcoin. Some energy is going to be at least one direction or the other. Hopefully the upside here, but we only have a couple more days, and we should see probably this weekend, possibly we might see movement in Bitcoin. Rose continues to go up this little narrow channel for us, bounced off the top of our trend line, and so it's riding somewhere, towards the top upper area. So we'll see if this bounces back and forth, but still looking very bullish. Hex looking good as well. Pull back after coming up here and hitting some resistance. We're right over here where the 50 had broken down. So we'll see if we can break through that area, but Hex is looking really good for us. XDC crypto, try to get through the 200 here and hold that, and then it pulled right below just now, just pulled below the 200. So that's not good. I was hoping to hold it above. We'll see if we can bounce back above it. Because if we can get above those moving averages, we should be able to go tag the top of the trend line again. Luna consolidating above the 20. Matic, tag the 20, sitting right above the 20. So trying to break through these resistance areas. And CRV, it hit this tag the top of our trend line. So you can see here. So this was expanding wedge, right? and then it's become a descending wedge, or it's compressing, right? So it's funny that we swing from going out to back in tight. So we might be squeezing in here to show you, may tag in here before we break out. So knowing that, this is our range for now until we have a breakout. And then AVAX, the other one. So you can see here, this is in a descending triangle as well. And we're right here above the 50. Talked about this may do the same thing, may go back and forth. So you know what your ranges are until you have a breakout. So I really like these patterns because it gives you either shorting opportunities or long opportunities when it bounces off support. So hopefully these are helpful for you as well. And hopefully I gave you enough. I mean, there are cryptos out there that are performing as well as are in the market. And today was the EV market day. So we'll see if that continues tomorrow. Look for continuation on those stocks that we looked at, BABA, PENN NIO, for continuation, or see if they're just a one-day play. And we'll see how we finish out this year. So stay safe out there. Watch your the size of your orders, and don't get too greedy. And we'll conclude this year. Everybody have a happy new year. Be safe out there, and we'll start a new year. Exciting new opportunities. We are very elevated in the market. Curious to see if next year sometime we have some type of big major pullback, 10% in the market. But we'll take it as it comes. And for right now, things are doing well, and there's opportunities every day. So everybody stay safe, and we will talk to you at the beginning of the next year.